Welcome to City Insider. In today's video we'll start with Kevin De Bruyne makes final decision on Man City future. Kevin De Bruyne is set to stay at Manchester City and turn down a bumper £1 million a week deal to join Saudi Arabian side Al Ittihad. De Bruyne has previously hinted at a potential move to Saudi Arabia, telling Belgian newspaper HLN in June, "At my age you have to be open to everything. You're talking about incredible amounts of money in what may be the end of my career. Sometimes you have to think about that. If I play there, Saudi Arabia, for 2 years, I will be able to earn an incredible amount of money. Before that I had to play football for 15 years. I may not even reach that amount yet. Then you have to think about what that could mean next. But at the moment I haven't had to think about that yet." However, the Daily Star are now reporting that De Bruyne has decided to stay at City after discussing the potential move with his family. Al Ittihad boss Laurent Blanc was said to be feeling confident about the club's chances of signing De Bruyne, but the Belgian international has opted to remain in England for at least another year due to concerns about uprooting his family. De Bruyne and his wife, Michelle, have particular reservations about changing the schooling of eldest son Mason. City boss Pep Guardiola will be delighted with De Bruyne's decision, having plainly stated earlier this week that Kevin isn't leaving. However, the 33-year-old's long-term future remains up in the air as he enters the final 12 months of his existing contract. Reflecting on his future after Belgium were knocked out of Euro 2024, De Bruyne admitted, "It's hard to say now what my next move will be. We will be sitting around the table in the coming months. I signed my contract at the right time. If you get a good offer and you tell Pep you want to leave, that is possible. This may be different at other clubs. But I have never indicated that I want to leave. I have more than enough money, but if an absurd amount comes, that is also for my family, my relatives, my grandchildren, my great-grandchildren and my friends." However, Guardiola has admitted goalkeeper Ederson could leave the club this summer amid links with Saudi Arabia. "I don't know, he has to see maybe now other options," Guardiola admitted when asked about his future. Pep wants James McAtee stays. James McAtee plans on using Phil Foden's patience as inspiration to force a way into the Manchester City team after Pep Guardiola revealed he wants the youngster to stay. The 21-year-old midfielder is with a youthful squad on City's pre-season tour of the United States, producing an encouraging display during the 4-3 defeat by Celtic. McAtee, not short of interest and who is being monitored by Chelsea, has spent the past 2 seasons on loan at Sheffield United in a pursuit of regular games, but claims to be coming into this campaign with a different attitude. "If you look at Phil, Rico, Lewis, Oscar, Bob, they've been patient and been rewarded," McAtee said. "My mindset is definitely different this year. I'm going to see how this tour goes. Obviously it's my dream to play for this club. I'm not really fussed about minutes. I just want to learn from the best manager, the best players, and it's not really about minutes. I've gone out and got my minutes, with the physicality of the men's game. Obviously I know the demands and quality in this team. If I wasn't to get minutes it's not something I'd be upset with, but my aim is to prove myself and get into the team as much as I can. I need to earn that." Gary Neville labelled McAtee a David Silva clone on his Premier League debut against Everton 3 years ago, and City have high hopes for the academy graduate. The England under-21 international did admit that reacclimatising with Guardiola's preferred style of play has taken some time after spells at Brummel Lane. "Football is evolving towards that style of play, but the club I was at on loan, no disrespect, but it wasn't their way of playing," he added. "It's difficult to get back into the swing of things, but it's the way I like to play and suits my strength, so hopefully I can get going again. The manager just says to go out and be yourself. He's not asking much of me, he just wants me to express myself. He's the best manager in the world, so any praise from him is amazing. It's about getting my head down and prove him right." Everton handed fresh Kalvin Phillips update. Everton's transfer business has been quiet in the last few weeks as it seemed the club was eagerly awaiting the sale of Amadou Onana to Aston Villa to be sealed before doing more business beyond the arrivals of Tim Iroegbunam, Iliman Ndiaye, and the returning Jack Harrison, now that the Belgian has officially left for the Villians. Sean Dyche and Kevin Thelwell are acting quickly to get deals done, with Jesper Lindstrom on the verge of signing on loan. With it reported the Danish attacker has his medical booked. Reaction to Everton's transfer business has now been made by Pep Guardiola, who did not seem confident about his side keeping hold of Dyche's latest target, Kalvin Phillips. The Man City boss admitted to press, "I don't know what's going to happen," when asked about the future of the Englishman. Following his team's 4-3 loss to Celtic in pre-season, Guardiola was quizzed about Phillips' status at the club, to which the Catalonian was unable to give an assured response, with the player seemingly heavily sought after by the Toffees. The midfielder played the first 45 minutes against the Scottish champions, to which Guardiola stated he had a really good first half. The Manchester Evening News' Joe Bray had a different analysis of Phillips' performance, however, saying, "It's only the first game of pre-season, but Kalvin Phillips started the game almost forcing Ortega into an OG. Then has pushed up so much that Celtic have twice played through the midfield to score identical goals." Pep furious on the touchline with his midfielders, Guardiola kept his cards close to his chest with his initial response of "we'll see" to the question of the Yorkshireman's possible departure. There has seemingly been mutual dissatisfaction between both manager and player on how well Phillips' £40 million move from Leeds has transpired. And that's the final content of today's video. Like, subscribe to support City Insider.